Hi, in this video, we will look into how can we calculate the value of mass of any object. Okay, mass of any object. Let's say this is our object. Okay, that being resolved by another smaller object. So, for example, in this case, we want to find the value of mass of Earth. Mass of Earth, which resolved by a small satellite. Okay, small satellite. But in this case, we didn't know the value of V. Okay? We didn't know the value of V. We just only know the radius, okay, the radius and the period for this object to complete one oscillation. Okay, so that means the time taken for this object move from this point A, and then it will move straight away to its original position A. So we know the period, okay, the time taken to move on this path from this point A to back to the point A again. Okay, but we didn't know the speed, such as the moon. Okay, in this case, we have Earth. Okay, so we didn't know the the speed of the moon. But okay, in our calendar we do have the period, okay, the time when we would see the moon at this position again. Okay, so we will use this information, which is the t, the period of resolving object, and the distance from the object, from center of the object, together with the object that being orbited. So we will find the mass of that object. So let's begin with a simple sketch. Okay, we have object, the mass that we want to find. Okay, and then we have smaller object resolving or orbiting this big object, and then of course it has its value v, the linear speed. Okay, v is the linear speed, but we didn't know the magnitude of this speed. Okay, and we already know the distance between this object to this second object. Okay, we use the symbol r. And then what else? Okay, then we know the period. Okay, the period, the time taken to move on this circular path. Okay, or to complete one oscillation. Okay, this is one oscillation. Okay, so we know the period. So it is t, and of course we have g and other else. Okay, so let's begin. So if you watch in our previous video, we know that G equals to GM, okay, GM over R square. So G here is the radial acceleration. Okay, radial. G here is the gravitational acceleration. Okay. Since it is acceleration, okay, we can write this term acceleration, okay, in term of a linear speed. Okay, we can change it in term of linear speed. So acceleration in term of linear speed is equals to v square over r. So what we have here, v square over r equals to gm divided by r square. Okay, so let's simplify. So v square equals to, okay, r here can be cancelled out 1. Okay, so what being left there is gm over r, and then let's make m as our subject. Why we make m as our subject? Because we want to find the value of mass. So m equals to v square r divided by g. Okay, So now we have mass in terms of linear speed, radius. Okay, in terms of linear speed and radius. Okay, back to our case. Okay, back to our case. We don't have the magnitude of this speed, but we do have the magnitude of this period. So we need to convert. Okay, we need to convert V in term of period. So how do we do it? Okay, how do we do it? So change V in term of period. Okay. So if you look carefully here, okay, in our path here, so let's say this is the path. It is a circular path. Okay, circular path. And this is the radius. Okay, the radius with the center. So how could we find the value of t here? We have v here, the linear speed. Okay. So for that purpose, okay, just imagine this is just a thin thread or a thin string, okay, that we make as a circle. So if we try to take out this thread, okay, here and make it horizontal, okay, and put it on our floor, we will get this kind of string. So what is the, now we can, okay, before that, now we can apply a linear motion, okay, linear motion, since the path is already linear, okay. In this upper case, we cannot apply, okay, here linear motion, cannot be applied. Why? Because the path is in circular. Now we change it into linear, so we can apply the linear motion. So we know the linear speed, okay, the linear speed of this object is v, okay, is v, and the distance is equals to L, okay, distance equals to L. So we can find the value of t for this object to move from this point A to this point B. Okay, this is the time taken. Okay, okay, just imagine if we take this string and make it a circle like this. Okay, this is point A, and then we take out the string and make a circle here. Where is our point B? This is our point B. Okay, it will meet at this point. So this distance, okay, this distance in circular path is equal to the distance A to B. This time taken, okay, the time taken from A to B is equal to the time taken from A to B. So that means our time here is the period, for this object to move, orbiting, or to resolve around this center. So we have T here. What about L? Okay, L. How can we measure the L if we just only have R? Okay. So if you look carefully here, L, okay, L is the distance from A to B. So from what you had learned in your mathematics, okay, A to B is the circumference. Okay, AB actually is the circumference. But we know that to get the value of AB, we have one formula. So what is the formula of circumference? Equals to 2 pi r. Okay, so L in term of radius, okay, we change in term of radius because we know the value of radius here, so it is equivalent to 2 pi r. Okay, now we have T in term of period and L the distance in term of 2 pi r. Okay, so it should be easier for us to find V in term of T. So V for linear motion, you should have uh, not so much problem because we have a formula there for V. So what is formula for V? V equals to S divided by T. Okay, displacement divided by time, or the speed equals to distance divided by time. So what is the distance from A to B? So it is here 2 pi r. Okay, 2 pi r. Okay, what about the time taken here? Okay, time in term of T, it is the period. Okay, now we have this equation. Okay, we have this equation. That means we have the speed in term of radius and the period. 2 pi is a constant, so it shouldn't give us a problem. Okay, so we have radius and then we have the period. Okay, we want to use the period. So now let's take this equation into our mass. So what we have here, okay, let me remove this first. Okay, so what we have here, let's continue. So M, write the equation again, V square R divided by G. Okay, and then we will substitute the value of V. Okay, first take out the V square. So what being left there is R over G. Okay, and then substitute V with 2 pi R divided by T. Don't forget the square. Okay, times Rg. And then, okay, square all of the variables that we have here, or constant that we have. Okay, 2 square equals to 4 pi square R square divided by T square times R over G. Okay, now we have all of the term for pi, R, and GT. Okay, and then simplify the equation. So 4 pi square R square and R will become R cube divided by G. Sorry, this is capital G. Okay, this is capital G, not small g, not gravitational acceleration. This is gravitational constant. Okay, so this is gravitational constant. So that's mean here we have G T square. So this is our mass. Okay, formula. How can we calculate the mass? Okay, the mass of any object such as our Earth by only using the period of any object orbiting the Earth together with the radius. Okay, uh, meaning that the distance between the two objects from center to center. Okay, so hopefully you can understand how can we get this equation. Okay, how can we relate the speed with the radius and also with the period of the resolution. Okay, so for that, I think that's all for today. Okay, thank you.